Today we're taking a look at the EnVision from Elite for 2022. Welcome back to Mike's Archery's YouTube, and today we are taking a look at the new 2022 lineup from Elite, and this is the new EnVision. This is their new flagship bow for this year. It's got several new redesigned areas on this bow that are making it one of the most shootable bows that Elite has come out with in years. Now, Elite is still up there in New York making these things right here in the USA. We're hoping that's going to clear up some supply chain issues that we've seen over the last year or two from everybody, and keeping these bows on the shelf throughout the year. Now, the specs on this bow are coming to you at 334 feet per second with an axle to axle of 31 inches. Now, the overall cam to cam length is 35.5 inches. And the brace height on this bow is coming to you at 6 7/8 of an inch. And we took the time to measure another factor that most people haven't been looking at. And one of the reasons we did it on this bow is because they are advertising this as one of a longer and straighter riser than they have made in the past. So the reflex measurement on this bow is 3 3/4 of an inch. And that is a measurement of how far the grip sits behind the limb pockets. Now, the factory spec weight on this bow is 4.45 pounds. And we threw it on the scales with everything on it out of the box and got 4.8. Now, we did pull all the dampeners, the limb dampeners and riser dampeners off of this bow, and it came down to 4.6. So it is coming in a little heavier than spec weight that Elite is advertising. Now, the draw length option on this cam, it is the same ASIM tri-track cam design that they've had in the past, and the draw length adjustment on this bow goes all the way down from 23.5 out to 30.5 on the top end, and Elite has had that 1/4 inch draw length adjustment, so you can really fine tune that draw length on this bow so you can get it exactly comfortable for the way you want it to shoot. Now, they also offer a wide range of draw weight on this bow, and it goes all the way from 40 pound out to 75 pounds, offering a 40, 50, 60, as well as a 65, 70, and 75 pound limb option, so you can get this bow topped out, keeping it shooting on peak weight, all the way cranked down depending on where you want to be with max weight on this bow. So this bow does offer a wide range of let-off option, all the way from 70 to 90% let-off, using the option of either a cable stop or a limb stop pad on this bow, giving you a rock-solid back wall to shoot off of. Now, some of the redesigned platform of this bow is a wider limb stance, and we are seeing that out of a lot of different manufacturers this year, going to a wider limb stance as well as wider limb pockets. And Elite is no different. They did the same for this year. They redesigned that limb pocket, milled it out. It looks like it's going to take a little bit of weight out of the bow just from the redesign of it. It was also a longer and straighter riser, which I already mentioned, which is giving it a easier shootability and just a more forgiving feel through the shot. Now, the other thing they did is they redesigned the set technology. Now, that's something that Elite came out with a few years back and made it really nice for the tunability of this bow. They have changed the way that limb pocket mounts to the riser for this. That set technology is still there, but it gives you an easier way to use it, adjusting those screws, and then also including on the side of the riser, telling you which way to turn that based on what your paper tear or cam lean that you're trying to alleviate. It tells you right on the riser which way you need to go to get this bow to tune perfectly. Now, some of the other features that Elite has kept with, they've still kept that linear tuning roller slide, so your roller guard is still adjustable to move in and out. They still kept the dual rest mounting holes, which we like to see that on bows. It just allows you to lock down a rest if you have a rest that has a long enough mounting bracket on it. It just allows you to lock that rest down so you know that it's never going to move. They've kept that front and rear stabilizer hole so you can mount this bow up and balance it out perfectly. And then they've also kept with a dual mounting sight hole set up. So you're able to bounce that sight up or down and in and out to allow you to get the sight picture that you want to see out of this bow on this cage riser. Elite also continue with that really slim target type feel grip. Sits in your hand very well, is going to alleviate torque. It does come to you with wood side plates, which gives it a nice look, but does give you a bare metal grip on there that you can replace with some rubber grips if at all possible. Now, Elite does offer a wide range of color options on this bow so that you can customize it to your liking. And they've got several solid color options with the Ninja Black, the Sienna Brown, Mountain Tan, Outdoor Green, and then they have several camo options that are available on this bow as well, with the Realtree Exscape or Edge, as well as Kuiu Verde. And then if you want to make this bow into a target bow, they've got several target color options for this bow as well, coming to you at Sour Apple, Purple Rain, Copper Flame, Laguna Teal, Cobalt Blue, and also the silver alloy. So this bow has got a ton of options for you to outfit it any way you want it to look. Now this bow does come to you at a MAP retail of $11.99, and it's right there with everybody else's flagship bow models as far as price point. Now we're going to step over to the lane and we're going to take a few shots out of this bow, kind of giving you an idea of the feel, noise level, and overall shootability of this bow. As usual, we will be shooting this bow on 70-pound max with our 29-inch draw and a 400 grain arrow, and we do have it set on 90% let off. All right, so we've stepped over here to the lane. We're gonna take a few shots out of the new Elite Envision. And as usual, we're shooting this bow on 70 pounds at 29-inch draw length, 90% let off with a 400 grain arrow. Now let's see what kind of speeds this thing puts up. All right, so 292 feet per second. Definitely not the fastest bow we've shot. Overall, good feeling bow and putting up decent speeds, but it's definitely on the lower end of the speed rating for the setup there. I'm sure if you bump that out, took it off the 90% let off, went back to an 80 or 85 like most everybody else, you're going to gain several more feet per second there, bringing it up to probably in the mid 290s someplace. So as far as the noise rating on that bow, it was 98.8. Again, not the quietest bow we've shot, probably not the loudest bow we've shot, but it is on the upper end of the noise rating that we're seeing out of these bows for this year. And you do notice it is a little louder than some of the other bows we've tested. Not something that's going to, be any worse as far as spooking deer or anything like that, but it is noticeably louder than some of the other models that we've tested this year. As far as the feel, it's still got a fairly smooth draw cycle. I mean, the Cure had a fairly decent draw cycle. And this is no different. The EnVision's got that same elite feel that they've had the last few years. Very dead in the hand after the shot, and just frankly, overall, just a good feeling, good shooting bow. And they are advertising it as one of their most shootable bows. So as far as the forgiveness, and the grip's got a good feel to it with that rounded target edges on it and just a real thin grip sitting in your hand, and then just sitting real well in the shot. I think that redesigned riser is going to help that, and being more forgiving if you are making mistakes in that torque factor. It's going to, alleviate some of that and still be on target for you. But overall, Elite's got a great feeling bow here for you. If it's something you're interested in, give us a call here at Mike's Archery, and we'll get you set up with one.